Yo, yo, yo. Hey, what's up, everybody? This your boy, Big Hawk. Welcome to another episode of My Perspective Podcast. Hey, man, thank you so much for tuning in with me for another week, for another great conversation. Excuse me trying to multitask. I'm driving while filming. It's all good. Hey, I appreciate you. I want to apologize for missing last week. Man, life got the best of me. Ain't no excuse. I messed up. And it is what it is. And I apologize for that. However, let's get to it. Disclaimer. Take what I say with a grain of salt. What I talk about week in and week out, my opinion, my perspective based on how I see life, based on how I experience life, and based on my outcomes of my experience of life. So take what I say with a grain of salt. But I hope what I say resonate with you. I hope that it provokes thought, and I also hope that it provokes change. But if not, no harm, no foul, because guess what? It's just my perspective. Let's get into it. Happy New Year, man. This Big Hawk, big belly, big beard, and a big 2026, man, to you guys. I got a great feeling about 2026. Not just for me, but just this year as a whole. I think it's going to be a shift of energy in the atmosphere. And I just feel like the ones who have been, I don't want to say downtrodden, the ones who just been struggling to figure things out, a lot of us going to get it this year. I feel like a lot of us who've been struggling to figure things out, we're going to get it this year in 2026. Every year somebody be great. Every year somebody turns something into a great success. Somebody creates a masterpiece. So it's kind of cliche what I'm saying, but I'm speaking to the ones who has a purpose inside of them, who has greatness inside of them, but who has been struggling to bring their dreams to reality, bring their thoughts, their desires to reality. I think 2026 is going to be the year that it clicked for a lot of us who have been struggling, knowing there's something good inside of us, knowing that we have a purpose in life, knowing that we have something great to offer humanity, but we just can't seem to put it together. I think this is the year for the doubter, for the one who's shaking in their faith, in their belief, in their self-belief. I believe this year is going to click for you. I believe this is the year is going to click for you. But let's just get into it, man. I ain't record last week. Not because I didn't have nothing to talk about, because last week started out great for me. But in the midst of my great week, my week became even greater, right? But not in a way that you may think. It became even greater because I had to accept reality. I finally decided to accept reality. Now, I'm not going to go into detail at this time, but in time I will share. I finally decided to accept reality. And that's a wonderful thing. And that's what I want to talk about today for a few moments. Man, we got to stop overlooking red flags. We have to stop running red lights, running through stop signs, man. Stop means stop. It means to be aware. It means to look both ways before you cross the street. Green mean go, green mean fast, green mean express. I get it. I'm with it. I'm running through a green light right now. However, if you keep running stop signs, you keep running red lights, you're going to get in an accident. And I got into an accident. Not physically, metaphorically, emotionally, mentally. Bad car accident, bad accident. And I can fix it. I could be made whole rather quickly. But not until I accept reality. not until I accept what it is that's going on. I have to face and accept that I can't fix this problem. I can only fix myself in this problem. And one part of fixing myself in this problem is removing myself from the problem. I don't even want to say problem. Situation. Because it don't have to be a problem. But you can only control what you can control and what you're willing to accept in you controlling what you're willing to control. And that's just it. Life is full of choices, man. Life is full of choices. And as we get older, my perspective podcast, I don't want to broad stroke it and say it's for everybody, but everybody can take away from what I talk about. But at the same time, I give my conversations toward as older folk. I want the younger folk to hear it, to learn from my mistakes. I want the older folks to hear it and resonate with you so we can change our situation. Because we've been in it for a long time. I know for a fact, a lot of us, I'm going to say 50% of us or better, want it happily ever after, right? 50% of us, it's a great deal of men and women out here who want to get married one time and for the rest of their life. But on their second marriage, on their third marriage, on their second divorce, on their third divorce. You got some as high as fourth and fifth divorce because they just couldn't figure it out, or they just wasn't willing to be in. They just wasn't willing to, both parties wasn't willing to meet in the middle for whatever reason. For whatever reason, right? That's not the issue. The issue is we wanted something that we haven't found yet. And that means you got to work on yourself. And part of working on yourself is accepting life for what it is in the moment. Part of working on yourself is accepting life for what it is in the moment. As it relates to relationship, as it relates to business, as it relates to corporate America, when there's more than one party involved, you can only control what you can control. And what you can't control, you have to accept it and pivot and adapt and readjust and move forward, right? But when you try to will yourself to victory, when there's more than you involved, you're fighting an uphill battle, and quite frankly, you're fighting a losing battle because all parties have to agree. You can't make a person see what you see. They have to have that same affinity you have for the situation that you're in, whether it's love, whether it's business, whether it's religion, whatever the case may be. You can't will me to see things how you see things. I can't will you to see things how I see things. It don't work that way because we're free will agents. We're free moral agents. We're independent thinkers. We make our own decisions based on what we think is best for ourselves, right? So with that being said, I had to accept reality this week. And it had me stuck. It had me stuck. I ain't gonna lie, it had me stuck. I was in my feelings. I wasn't overly in my feelings, but I was in my thoughts, in my head, just thinking about what I could do different, about what I can do to be better. But then I had to fall back on my principles and morals. Had to fall back on my principles and morals. What's important to me? This conversation today, if you don't hear nothing else from me, remember this. You have to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. When you out here in this world and you're dating, you're looking for love, or you're trying to find the right career, or you're trying to find the right fit for you, whether it's corporate, religion, relation, whatever it is, you have to have a set of principles and morals that you're not going to deviate from. especially when it comes to relationship. All relationships, but especially romantic relationships, because you got to sleep with that person. Not sexually, but y'all finna build a life together. And you my age, 40 and up, you done tried this shit 4, 5, 6 times, 10 times, you frustrated as hell. And a lot of us are just settling for who we're with to save face, because we do care what people think about us. And that's sad. But that's the unfortunate truth that a lot of us live in today. And I fought it myself, but man, pardon my French, excuse me mama, excuse me daddy, but man, fuck that. Fuck that. You have to be the best version of you. You have to show up the best version of you every day, so that you can in turn be the best person you can be for the person you're trying to be, you're trying to get with, you're trying to build with. And if you're not in alignment, let that shit go. Let it go. If you and her, or if you and him are not in alignment, let that shit go. Let it walk away. Man, lick your wounds, walk away. You fought a good fight, it wasn't the right fit, it's okay. It's okay. I know what the Bible say. I know how we believe about marriage and divorce, but listen, it's about your it's about your sanity. Forget your happiness. You ain't gonna be happy every day about nothing. It's about your sanity. It's about your peace of mind. It's about you still being able to function in the right capacity and show up for your friends and your friends and family, your business, the people who depend on you. So if you ain't willing to be the best version of you, you're gonna show up for other people miserable. You're gonna show up unhappy. You're gonna show up showing signs of depression, which is gonna cause a meltdown in the relationship anyway. It's gonna cause you to get fired. It's gonna cause you to lose that you're trying to hold on to, because you just want to save face. Stop saving face. Hey, 2026, we make these New Year's resolutions. Man, forget a resolution. A resolution means to resolve something. And resolutions ain't bad. That's why you get lawyers when you have problems, because they get results, they get resolved, they get resolution. That means you fixed it, it's done, move on. If you're going to resolve something, resolve your inability to trust yourself, to trust your gut. Fix that. Fix that problem of self-doubt and that self-disbelief that we carrying. Fix that, resolve that. But after that, man, set goals. After that, set goals. I'm going to the store today. If I don't find it in the store, I'm going to Amazon today, and I'm getting my 2026 calendar, my 2026 planner. I will live my life on schedule this year. I will live my life on schedule this year. And nothing is going to deviate it unless absolutely necessary. Accept life for what it is. Control what you can control. And if you can't change the people around you, then you change the people around you. Meaning, remove yourself from that circle. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I've caused a lot of damage in other people's lives because I live by emotion instead of living by principle. I've made so many mistakes just because I live based on my emotions and not based on principle. Because I didn't walk away when I should have walked away, I caused more problems or an even bigger problem. So now the good that I do, not the greatness that's in me for the people who probably need it, but because of what they heard, because I live based on emotion, They can't see it. They don't want to see it. They don't even want to. They don't, I'm already scarred in a lot of people's eyes. And it's okay. But what I'm saying is this. When you live on emotion, if you live on your feelings instead of living on reality, what it is, people will continue to hold that false narrative, that false perception against you. Because you living based on your feelings is not the real you. It's not the real you. But you can control your goddamn emotions. So that's all people know of you. That emotional part of you. And I'm talking, that's how I am. That's my biggest fight, controlling my emotions. That's my biggest fight, controlling my emotions. When I control my emotions, my life is on track, in sync, on autopilot. When I let my emotions get the best of me, you subject to get anything out of me. I'm talking about negative too. And I haven't conquered that. Am I better? A lot better, immensely better. But the people you love the most hurt you the worst. And when the people who you love the most hurt you the worst, it bring the worst out of you emotionally. And if you don't learn how to continue to practice harnessing your emotion, you're gonna be fucking up all the time. That's my biggest task to date, from conception, is controlling my emotions. When I do, life is peaches and cream. I'm not saying I get my way. I'm not saying everything goes the right way for me. But what I'm saying is life is smooth and it stays on track. It's easy to pivot. It's easy to adapt and to readjust. When I operate in principle and purpose and not frustrated in feelings. So accept what's in front of you. Don't avoid the red flags. Address the red flags. And if you can't meet in the middle, man, part ways. And I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you're married. Hey, I know the Bible says love covers all things. Love covers a multitude of sin. But I'm here to say, and it's just my 2 cents. You can take it with a grain of salt, like I said in the beginning. Love ain't enough. You got love, now you need alignment. Now both of y'all got to be operating in the same purpose. You got to support one another. You got to call each other out. And when you get called out, shut up and listen. Shut up and listen. Take the constructive criticism. If you love them like you say you love them, man, adjust. And this is my personal pet peeve. This ain't nothing. This is my personal pet peeve. If you in a relationship, if you're involved with somebody and a business relationship, it don't even matter. But if you're in a relationship, an agreement, a partnership, and you're doing something that is detrimental to the other person, and they address it as, this is important to me that you fix, man, fix it. Man, fix it. If it's detrimental to that person's health, well-being, just for the proper functionality of the relationship, man, fix it. You don't gotta know what to do. Fix it. Talk about it later, but fix it. If my lady don't fool with somebody I'm cool with, I don't fool with them no more. Ain't no hate. I still like them, but if my wife ain't with it, man, I ain't with it. It's just that simple. If I see you, I throw my hand up, that's it. Man, just fix it. Y'all can talk about it in private, but just fix it. That right there will help a lot of things. You got to ask all these questions. Why this or what's the problem? That's making things worse. Just fix it. And if you can't fix it, man, let that shit go. I know I may sound like a quitter to some of y'all today, but I'm not quitting. It's about accepting the obvious, accepting reality for what it is. It don't take you going through the same thing 30, 40, 50 years to see that it ain't working. You knew that shit wasn't working the first year you went through it. The second year you went through it. You knew that shit wasn't going to work when the fourth and fifth time you tried to figure some things out, and y'all still at a Mexican standoff. Y'all still at a fork in the road. You know what it is. Ain't nobody willing to bend. If you're not willing to bend, what you holding on to? You stubborn. He's stubborn. You stubborn. She's stubborn. You want what you want. She want what she want. Y'all can't meet in the middle. Man, let that shit ride. So she can be the best for the next person, and so that you can be the best for the next person. Yeah, y'all didn't make it. Yeah, we didn't make it. I was trash to her. She wasn't the best for me. He was trash for you. He wasn't the best for her. Okay, that don't mean you can't be better to the next person because you learn from your mistakes. It's all about alignment. Forget 2026. Life period is about alignment. If you don't align your life with your purpose, you're going to stay frustrated and turmoil, back and forth, one step forward, two steps back, all your life. I'm not saying find your purpose, get in alignment, you won't have no more problems. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when you find your purpose and you get in alignment with your purpose and your partner get in alignment with your purpose, guess what? No matter what come your way, you still got sanity and peace of mind. And that's what you want at the end of the day. You want to maintain your sanity and you want to keep a peace of mind. But more importantly than that, you want results. How do you get results? Calmness, stillness. That's what purpose brings you. Calmness, stillness. You don't want that. You don't want chaos. You don't want loud noise, always in turmoil. How you gonna get anything accomplished like that? Success, fruition, turning your dreams into reality, that happens in quiet. That happens in calm and stillness. That don't happen in the loud chaos. You're able to operate like everything is cool in the midst of chaos because you execute in stillness. Because you put the blueprint out in stillness. Same for relationships. You can't operate effectively in chaos. You can't build anything of substance in chaos. You got to be on the right foundation. And you and him, you and her have to be in alignment. And men, if you don't have no purpose, you got to follow her. How you going to call yourself a man if you don't got no purpose? You ain't taking it nowhere. Just saying. If you don't have no purpose, if you don't have nothing going for yourself, meaning I'm leading us here, whatever your dream is, how do you expect her to follow you? But she has a purpose. She has a plan. She has a dream. But all you can say is, I'm the man. But you ain't got no plan. How's she gonna follow that? It's hard to. It's hard to. If you don't got no plan, get with a woman who got a plan. Learn from her. If you got a plan, get with a woman who aligns with your plan, who aligns with your vision, who can support, nurture, and help cultivate your vision. You still gonna learn from her, but she's gonna support you. She's gonna be your number one supporter, your number one cheerleader, your number one critic, your number one partner, your number one consultant, your number one analyst. She gonna be the key. When you on the right foundation, meaning you love yourself first. You believe in yourself first. You can do it whether she did or not. You feel what I'm saying? For years, I felt like I couldn't do anything unless I had a woman on my side. Y'all heard me say it time and time again. My best success came from when I had a good woman on my side. But what I didn't tell you was this. I didn't move until I had a good woman. Because I felt like I needed that good woman to help me with my shortcomings. It worked, but it limited my success. It limited my growth because I didn't believe the way I was supposed to believe. And in 2026, when I look back, I've touched a lot of money over my life. I've amassed a great deal of success in my life with my limited belief. Now that my belief is unlimited, just wait and see where I go. Ain't no brag, ain't no boasting, but the result's going to be in the community. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. Not with money, not with cars, but you're going to see the fruits of my labor. You're going to see the results of my labor in our community. Now, because I have unlimited belief. Now that I accept reality for what it is. Now I pivot based on reality, not my own delusion. And I'm gonna end it right here, but you want to be delusional when it's personal development. You want to be delusional when it's personal development, when it's something personal you're chasing. It's cool to be delusional. You're supposed to be delusional because it's just you and your fight. No matter what nobody care about you, no matter what nobody think about you, you're supposed to be delusional because it's you against the world. You believe how you need to believe at all costs because it's you against the world. But when there's other parties involved, man, pump your brakes, analyze the situation, and accept life for what it is in that situation. And make the necessary adjustments. It's give and take. If no one's willing to give or take, man, walk away. Let that shit ride. There's too many people out here who will align with your purpose. I know feelings be involved and you can't see yourself without the person and, you don't want to be with nobody else. They might not feel the same way about you. So stop that goddamn hurt. Dust yourself off. And create the life you want to live. And attract the person you want for real. Based on how you believe in yourself. Based on how you carry yourself. That's all I got for you today, man. I'm kind of long-winded, but I'm going to give you another episode this week, too. But that's it for today, man. This your boy Big called My Perspective Podcast. Till next week, love y'all. Peace.